Hello, y'all. My name is Devin Cosio, and I'm a route setter and instructor here at Sessions Climbing and Fitness. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the Kilter Board. So the Kilter Board is an adjustable system board with user-based climbs inside of an app that you guys can access with hundreds of thousands of climbs. And you can also choose to set your own climbs. So one of the reasons why the Kilter Board is so great is because it's fully adjustable wall angle and difficulty settings. So you can pretty much climb no matter what grade you're at. You can climb V0s on the Kilter Board all the way up to V14, V15. I'm not sure how hard it gets, but we don't need to worry too much about that. All right. So we're going to go into our app store. We're going to search Kilter Board, and it's going to be this red and white icon we see on the left.
So now that our Kilter app is downloaded, we're going to go ahead and click on the Boards tab, and in the upper section we'll see gyms. We'll go ahead and click on that, and if you zoom in, Sessions Climbing should be right there. We'll go ahead and click on all climbs, and there we go. We have access.
All right, so here just behind the Kilter Board, we have our orange adjuster. This is connected to a hydraulic system that allows us to change the angle of the board. And just here on the left side of the board, we have an angle right here. So that way we can adjust to the proper angle that we want.
So once we have the angle of the board set using the level, we're going to go ahead and go into the app, and we'll see this angle up here on the top strip, and we'll go ahead and click on that, and that'll give you a drop down menu to choose anywhere from 0 to I believe 70 degrees in 5-degree increments. Alright, so once we have selected the climb we want, we're going to go ahead and head up to that upper section. We're going to click on the light bulb. We'll see the Kilter Board pop up. We'll click that, and we'll be connected and ready to go. Alright, next let's talk about filtering climbs. So we're going to head over to those 3 lines. We're going to click on that, and then we'll see difficulty setting. We'll start with minimum. We'll go ahead and select that. You can choose whatever you'd like here, and then you can set your maximum as well. We'll go ahead and click V6 for that. And then there are also a bunch of other settings that you can play with. If you want to climb boulders or routes, you can climb projects, things already established, traverses, whatnot. And yeah, there's plenty of options to check out in there. Sweet, now let's check out our circuit feature. So we'll go ahead and click on that little tab up in the upper section, and we can find a plus at the bottom right hand corner. We're going to go ahead and name this one warm-ups. You can choose what color you'd like, and now we can add climbs to our warm-up. So we'll go ahead and add that Evan Williams V1 to that, and then you can also check out your circuits on your profile. Here are some circuits I already have, and there we can see our warm-up. Now lastly, let's go over creating your own climb. So we're going to go ahead and click that plus in the upper right hand corner. That's going to allow us to start editing our own boulder. So we'll start with the green start holds, and of course orange feet. Then all these blue are going to be the middle, the meat of the climb, and those are going to be hands and feet, orange feet only. And then so once we're done setting that, we'll be able to give it a name and choose to publish it or set it as a draft. I'll set this one as a draft, and yeah, just like that.
Also, I want to go over some Kilter Board etiquette. First things first, I'm going to show you guys how to set your control timer. So in the app, there's going to be this little light bulb that you're going to click on, and that's going to light up your climb onto the board behind me. Generally, once you click this light, you now have control of the Kilter Board. So what we're going to do to be courteous to those around us who we're climbing with, we're going to adjust that setting to 5 seconds. That way, after we select our climb, it's only going to stay in our control for 5 seconds, and then afterwards, it'll relinquish our control. Whoever kind of gets to the Kilter Board first gets to decide the angle of the wall. Of course, you can ask politely if you guys could maybe compromise and find an angle in between. If someone's up here kiltering at 60, maybe you wanted 40, maybe you guys can meet somewhere in the middle at 50. But generally, you have to respect that if someone was here before you, they're getting their training in. You kind of have to respect that and either, decide to kilter with them, or maybe climb downstairs, maybe hit a workout before, and maybe wait. Maybe you can ask them how much longer they'll be. But yeah, that's generally how it goes on the Kilter Board. And just some general etiquette as well. Try not to be a hog. Don't rapid fire. If you fall, maybe take a few minutes rest, let someone else go. I get it, if your foot slips off the start, you want to pull on again, go for it. But you know when you're hogging the boulder. So just keep in mind of other people. Try and brush your holds regularly, as these holds don't get cleaned as nearly as often as the holds downstairs. So just be mindful of that. And also, you'll see on my right, your left, I believe, there's a strip of concrete off to the left side of the board here. And so we have some crash pads just behind the wall, or actually just in front of the wall over by our campus board. Feel free to use those crash pads to put on the floor to protect yourself, as sometimes climbs can get pretty close to the edge, and sometimes you do drive-by finishes to the top corner hold that could potentially leave you flying off the crash pad. So we just want you guys to be safe, so feel free to use those crash pads. All right, so kilter boarding, just like any other climbing, you're gonna wanna warm up for. It is dangerous. Climbing is inherently dangerous, so make sure you get a good warm up in, as you would with your normal climbing sessions. Yeah, you can follow along with my warm up. You can do what you normally do, but do try and get your body moving, your heart rate up. I like to do a little bit of hangboarding before we get going and just get those fingers warmed up.
Alright, and now that we're ready to climb, let's go over what the LED lights mean. So orange is going to be for feet only, green is going to be starting handholds, blue is going to be hands as well, and pink is going to be your finish hold.